You are watching Liberty.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
For the news we dey around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change, they get the masses involved. We start them everywhere, everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Aye, yeah, voices come. Aye, yeah, credibility, now we ability. News, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. You count on me, you count on we anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. Human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. You call on me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we ride, like a nigga we fly. Liberty TV day before. Climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Aye, yeah, voices down. Aye, yeah, give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. You count on me, you count on we anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. You call on me, count to me anyhow. We speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Use, aye, yeah, voices down, aye, yeah. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. You count on me, you count on we anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. You call on me, count to me anyhow. We speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism.
All right, a very good afternoon and welcome to the review. They come to you from Liberty Online Television every Friday, 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. We want for big pardon because we'll be linking a parliament. So because of that day, we allowed them for doing debates for a while. So we will bring to now the debate, the review this afternoon. But we not for following I lost the discussion today because it will be interesting. One way. Yourself go call it, you go like because the people that again so then ready for take the discussion to another level. My name is Alex Lorescoma and today na Friday, the 27th of February 2026. The last Friday inside February, the last of course the last Friday for the month where you get 30 days. Somebody tell me yesterday say Let me answer the 31st. I said, no. I said, no, no, bring on. Well, anyways, we go on and we normally we look at issues that will make the headlines. Now, both the newspaper and radio. The topical issue them for the week. Now they would take and discuss them. So for help me talk about the issue then this afternoon, I get Ibrahim Alusain Kamara, what they call Kamalo, the managing editor for Salon Compass newspaper. Very good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Alex. Good afternoon, family.
I got the station manager for Star Television, Abraman Kamara. Very good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Alex.
All right. We'll bring in two gentlemen here, so because to start with, I will read for now one headline we get for do with Salon Compass. For me, I say I'm very interesting, but I already explained to me. And Abraman again, I want to walk around the military because we want to look at this Guinea Sierra Leone issues. You don't work with the military, you get very big experience when a camper, military business, military reporting, military affairs, and all. So I bring the all too. Let me hear some of the headlines and we make up. We'll talk around the Guinea Sierra Leone issue. Premier News gets aggression. Guinean forces cross border, detain Sierra Leonean security personnel. You get exclusive with tension, 15 captured alive, 13 are slav, 2 OSD in Guinean custody. You get Salon Compass. Wait for me bring this discussion. We make decide for look at what you mean who now they will center around the discussion. It said domestic lion, border lamb, ECOWAS chairman humiliated. So let's just go quickly to awareness times. We in our development, because these are all issues we look at. It's on mission to secure freedom of captured soldiers. Foreign Minister lands in Guinea. But let's start with you, Kamalo. Domestic lion, border lamb. You know, it look dramatic. Well, you have to like take it through first.
It looks sensational.
Honestly, you know, what do you mean? What do you ask the writer?
Okay,
What do you mean?
thank you very much. I think it's a clear scenario we see. You get leaders domestically them so agile in terms of cracking down on opposition or any dissent. But when it comes to the fundamental function, when I secure the state against external aggression, they seem to be lambs. They seem to be lame dogs. They're not able to perform that duty according to how they for performance. So that is why the headline they are domestic lion. When you look at what they happen internally, nobody know. Sierra Leoneans cannot even protest because when that happen, then go shoot like say na what are they into. So they are showing a kind of they are showing a posture where very aggressive internally for handle any critical voice or any dissent or for handle the opposition. So they know they show the same aggression, they know they show the same energy when it comes to protecting the borders of Sierra Leone, and which is the key responsibility, one of the fundamental functions of any government. So that is why the headline it is how it is.
So you are saying now they come together and they make like they're strong soldiers.
They make like lion.
Then we come to other man then now. They couldn't say you man fed to man. We meet up in company woman. I'm sorry, we meet up woman in the tower. But we meet up in company man. It all involved begin on.
Or you go in a cage. That is
Abraman,
exactly the
when
situation.
it comes to the arrest, but now this one allow we analyze. So Abraman, you agree with the headline? It's a domestic lions, border lamb.
Thank you so very much, Alex. I see the headline on newspaper. One thing we can mind is and also it's a perception of the writer. Perception of the writer based on what he feel and given the prevailing circumstances. Don't follow the narrative ever since this incident happened. We are 13 plus 2 OSD officers. They surrender, not captured, they surrender to the Guinean Armed Forces. And we don't tilt the entire narrative. Everybody, they give your own interpretation as to what really happened. Cowardice, a form of cowardice, this laziness, we camper internal security vigilance. You know, FIBA like say Salon soldier, Salon police, they get rank, they don't get complete kind. When it come into the border, the alarms. It's the perception of the writer. He gets rights based on your own justification. But Alex, what many people don't know, I've said this over time, that until you understand the science of military, you go tend for know when and how a commander they behave when he did at the front. We don't deal at this country side. We are in Bo. When the 11-year rebel war come, we see a situation outside 400. We imagine 400 ECOMOG soldiers. They surrender. Zambian contingent. They surrender to the rebels. We imagine the numerical strength. 400 capable men and women. They surrender to the belligerents. So for me, as I say, this don't give different interpretation. Many quarters, many people that they see what they want to say, but they don't seem for know what the reality none of these. Alex, if you're a commander, be it a company,
No, don't be
you understand?
closer, no?
Be it a brigade,
Yeah,
whatever thing, you get responsibility at the front. A situation like this will happen so. Then guy ending at the forward patrol base. The forward patrol
Okay, so no, because we come from military business, you are not going to come away from you. You sabi all the
What you want to make
the
a
time. I want to shoot first at the headline where you don't already say that the man getting opinion on Landy. I want to come from a journalistic point of view on the incident to happen. You go come from a journalistic point of view again, and that of that military background. Like I don't begin answer. I'm so.
But I just, before you come shoot, I get this impression until proven otherwise. We like can say that this has been a firm opinion of the writer. You understand? You don't become a stickler to say this is my headline. You understand? Whether he's telling the true story or he's giving a clear picture as to the current circumstances, the headline at time can tell an entire story. It can summarize, but again, it can be misleading. So in this case, let him justify what he say. Then I can come
So now, like what you say, inside, so we come wouldn't they behave at the country like then I lie on them. It's if I'm quick for shoot, people not get my protest. But now we come on border issue, they're able to defend the people, the territories of this country.
You get the responsibility for defending what he say. Like a reformer. Display I'm like a reformer.
And
What's not the question? Ask the question.
in they say, Abraman they say, what in you actually
It's my opinion.
yes, my opinion and all that.
Definitely, of course, now my opinion are right. Based on prevailing circumstances.
Yes, Abraman, I did not
I think say
They call you, I don't.
I get my own rights to my opinion. I get the right to express my opinion on any national issue. And this issue of this border dispute are not just going for limited to Falaba. We don't get the younger issue for decades, over 2 decades now. We get this younger issue on the drag on, and now you don't escalate to Falaba recently. So, looking at all of the circumstances which surround these border disputes, and looking at how the security sector don't they conduct itself throughout these years, now they informed me peace, now they inform me opinion. And I believe, say, in as much as it is my opinion, you have many, if not millions out there will probably they share the similar opinion, because it's also in as much as it is my opinion, it is also based on what people are saying out there, and we are also seeing it. We say they see for within this country, we don't see outside security they display heavy-handedness on civilians, on protesters. We don't see outside the government they arrest and detain opposition figures, critics. We don't see a whole parliament of Sierra Leone ban journalists because he express your opinion on parliament. So if they look at all of these instances, all of these events, you see how these guys, they're so lion-like. They're so get some kind anger against any dissent. Then they display some kind anger. Then they display some kind agitation against dissent. But that agitation there, or that anger there, or that energy there, they know they replicate them in terms of protecting our borders, in terms of waiting don't they happen between Yenga and now Falaba. Waiting happen at Falaba. So I think, in as much as it is my opinion, but I believe so many other people get this whole review when we get, say, these guys, they behave like lions internally, but when it comes to the thing where matter, where in fact one of the most important things then where matter for any government, they are failing woefully, which is why, in fact, in me own write up, I even suggest say, any serious country, by rights, the leadership. Me, first of all, I don't want to blame this whole incident. I don't want to blame the military. In fact, I am not blaming the military, because the military are in there. Then they go. Then they act on based on command. If they don't have a command to act, they cannot act. So we the ordinary citizens, they expect say, then soldiers them for we don't open fire or escalate the situation then fight, but they not get that command. There is no standing command, and the military, the number one commander, now the president is the commander in chief. So if the commander in chief don't say we are not going to war, we are going to go diplomatic always, so there is no way, or there was no way where that military commander will be there under for don't go fight, or for don't open, or for don't resist, because they not get a standing command. Say when this thing happen, or when issues of this nature happen, una fight, or una protect yourself. There is no command. So me, I don't want to blame the military. So I blame this incident, the younger, the Falaba, I blame us squarely on the commander-in-chief. I blame us squarely on the commander-in-chief. Mind you, he's not only the commander-in-chief, he's also chairman of ECOWAS. So all of these things, one, the government, every government, the whole world, the responsibility now, security and welfare. And as far as I am concerned, those two, the government, it has failed woefully.
Now we look at this whole thing. They blame the president. If you say the government don't act the way they're supposed to act, or not the government, the action don't make Guinea don't get this kind of mind, or maybe just Guinea just want for like behave waywardly.
No, I think one of the, for me, I talk on one side. I say, when it comes to this Yenga or this border dispute with Guinea, I think the President Bio don't be one of the worst leaders for handle that situation. If you don't handle that worse than when we had a civilian president, when we had Dr. Ahmed Tidiane Kaba, when we had former President Nkrumah. Those guys were civilians, but the ensure say there was no issue of this nature throughout the tenure. There was diplomacy. They're not fed, they're not all gone. But they ensure say the diplomatic engagement or the engagement be yield dividend. There was no incidences throughout the tenures. They ensure say they're able to manage the situation to a point that at some point, in fact, the Guineans moved back. Then cross even the river. Then go back to their place. So for me, I always want to see this. It is not about how you oppress opponents and make you a strong leader. It is about how you're able to protect your citizens. This is one of the, you see.
So if you say President be unable to protect the citizens.
No, well, this it don't show failure in this younger issue. Now, Mark, so many people out there will say, no, but we don't have to go to war. Of course, nobody's calling for war. But what we are saying, if you say it go diplomatic, let there be results. Let there be results. Imagine a whole ECOWAS chairman where, in fact, by now, this thing if I don't use that position to an advantage and solve this issue once and for all. But we have these things. In fact, now we get the highest level of insult. You go imagine for the whole Guinean soldiers come now Sierra Leone can capture we soldier man they kill them.
But people they say this
And
the worst part this country.
And the worst part, up till now, the Sierra Leone government or the military, the leadership, not able to get contact with the
But
captured.
then they tell we say that they didn't contact with
No,
them.
they not get contact with the captured victims.
This morning we
It's
interview
confirmed
Lagoba Kelly. He said and talk to the one that were affected.
This morning again, the air commander say they're not able to get access to the victims to the captured man. So for me, you see.
Then the government don't pull an official statement on this.
Well, then send the other official statement we don't see from the government. And that one with the Ministry of Information and Civic Education pull on the fact-finding mission. The delegation all then left for go on the fact-finding mission na Falaba. And interestingly, then go there. The mission on the delegation only get access for talk to the locals. They're not able to get access for talk to the counterpart, the Guineans. So if this is all what we are saying. It's you see, issue of sovereignty it is not non-negotiable. When it comes to sovereignty, nothing we're not negotiable at all. It is either you fix it or you get out. So for me, the government has no excuse for letting TIA continue. It's very insulting. You see, Guinea don't prove to we say they are not brothers over this last years, over the past few years. So again, in as much as you have to be diplomatic, but sometimes and day, you yourself, you got to stand the ground. Because we are talking about our sovereignty here. What if Guinea got more money than they can't free turn, they arrest everybody?
No, that bring Abraham because I want to come to the issue of the relationship we don't strain between Guinea and Salon. Then they will come to and later. Abraham, you know what's in Kamalo they say, and you're looking at the action also, where they happen, Then Laba come up with this question where they look for the question about what's in the commander and the troop if they come under attack. That close range, what's in the commander require for do. This is also now a question where I've just one back up to compared to waiting Kamalo don't say.
Okay. Thank you, Alex. I don't listen as well. The second comment of Kamalo on what he say. Already in the express, this is something we are believe say na inner consideration with respect to national politics, with respect to what they happen and all the rest of it. That is something we cannot contest against. But I want to assure everybody that Lord we bear in mind that the younger issue as well as what they happen. So these are troubling. These are troubling realities. You understand? Nobody not shy away from that fact. Nobody not gonna wish forget in country and see what they happen, so they happen. So for me, these are a troubling reality. I take this definition from the Chief of Staff of the Office of National Security, Francis Langoba Kelly. It make them very clear that the younger issue is a troubling reality. Now you ask a pertinent question. Responsibilities of a commander, right? You get, as a commander, one thing, if your troops have come under attack, you get one thing where they always look for. You're able to assess the situation quickly and grasp the level of threat based on the location where you did, the intent of the opposing force. If you're able to estimate them, the intent of the opposing force. Secondly, as a commander, you forget that inner consciousness for always protect your personnel them. You understand? The safety and secure the position where you do. Right? Thirdly, you for inform the higher command and do request if necessary. Like when they become under that attack, when they come for them. So if there is any other thing, if we don't get into direct confrontation, this is the reason why, except you don't want to be honest. The man who be there at the ground, way at the highest superior officer, ought to be commended, irrespective of the situation. Because he did all he could for avoid an onward confrontation with the opposing side. Secondly, if you're able to identify your engagement as a military officer, a commander for that matter, how you identify your engagement roles? If you clarify, one, if the engagement is necessary. Two, if you proportionate. How we see the tell we always see also nobody was at Falaba. They just can't tell we say the Guinean soldiers they enter en masse with armor cars, lots and about 5 trucks. Then you only get a company. We settle on that place. They fall patrol base. So the question is, it was wise on the commander for identifying engagement roles. They clarify if the engagement is necessary and proportionate. They say, oh, no, we cannot fight with them. We don't go open fire. You understand? And secondly, lastly, Alex, if they overcome you as a commander, they overcome you too. The first thing what you do, if you stay calm, you keep a clear head as a commander, think and act. That if you follow orders, I mean, when they come, you see what they sit on the ground, don't humiliate them. They sit on the ground, you understand? They follow orders. But the generic consideration is if you focus on survival and de-escalate. That's exactly what the major did. He focused on survival because it lead men and women. If there is any recklessness coming from his part alone, when he busy, he give any order, therefore follow. But he did not. He restrained himself. He focused on survival and de-escalate. Now, he make anything they tell him, then take them, then go. Now to the bigger picture. I tell you, say, younger is a troubling reality in the words of the Chief of Staff, Office of National Security, Langoba Kelly. Alex, it was during the leadership of the Minister of Mines, Fode Radoyoke, that Sierra Leone undertake a geological survey on a mineral deposit at the country. I hope you know where they come from. That result of that mineral the survey we will do. We don't put this country in a very scary situation. It's good for the investment portfolio, but for external aggression, you understand? We need more investment now in the security sector. Because that result is out, it don't show you, say, there are larger deposits of minerals for the country. And when you look at Guinea and Saloon, a geography like a confluence. If you do geography, you know it's a confluence. You understand? It starts in Carondon. What did Guinea then get? Then it feels it and get what it then get. But the source of what it then get emanate from the country. You get my point? So if you don't know that one day strategically, if you don't know that one day, we just see I'm saying a Guinea attack. You don't know who is behind pushing the Guineans for do what they do so. I mean, we need a clear thinking. We need for investing in military, especially when the country is endowed with mineral resources. Look at what did happen. You know what's the trigger behind Russia and Ukraine? Ukraine is a breadbasket of Europe. They get minerals. They get minerals. Now, it make you feel say that the Russians and don't want even the interest of the European powers and for go very close to Ukraine. And they say for one get a foothold and stamp the authority and get what they get. So similar situation like this. I will tell you, I don't know go into the detail for tell you say this is what is now prevailing. But all I needed to say as a Sierra Leonean first, you understand, and all other things afterward, we need for invest in the security architecture.
All right, just you make two key points: investment in the military. You also make key points: the commander in role, one for save life,
Yeah,
two for make the issue.
The Commander Francis will be there on the ground. He been focused on survival and de-escalate.
Yes,
and he succeed for that.
So now we looking at the what's happening at the country. The man in the couch helicopter, according to information. Then carry it ammo tank and count many things. You feel say Salon get the strength. If even anything have happen now for resist Guinea now border here.
Alex, the 11-year rebel war, the consequences the way it caused upon the nation of Sierra Leone, we still not able to recount some of the ordeals they made. Talk to any military specialist or military expert if you like. They tell you say, as a nation, we cannot afford to fight even what we call a limited war or a total war. There's a difference between what you call a limited war and a total war. A total war, an example of a total war, that war we witnessed 11-year rebel war. We use human resources, we divert. What if for go in education, what if for go in health, what if for go in agriculture, all being diverted into the war. And a total war. A limited one, a confined situation where it be say, not that much engaging. But even at that, resources they come inside. So for answer your question directly, we cannot afford to fight a limited war. We cannot afford to fight a total war. And on the question of many people say, we'll not get air superiority, we'll not get this and that, so forth. Perhaps that could be the stark reality. If this defense spokesman, when a Commodore Kumba was on Truth Media, and he was also at
he was here also.
He was so frank for speak the truth and tell you say yes. What we had then was a kind of an ad hoc arrangement where the entire army be under what we call the Joint Force Command. You understand? But with now the enlightenment for meet up global standards, the army now they operate in what we call a tri-service. We said you get the army, the infantry is standalone. The Air Force, standalone. The Navy, standalone. You understand? Now we could get the Chief of General Staff, we get the Chief of Army Staff, we get the Service Chiefs and the ACDSs. So this kind of model, they catch up everybody, they use them. America, they use them, the British, they use them. We be get them before we discard them. Because the army being under the Joint Force was an ad hoc arrangement. And now it has been reinstituted. But it corresponds with capability. The question is, are we up to that? I will sit and tell you no. But Rome was not built in a day. The steps or bricks were laid every day until we get it right. It's very challenging. For me, yes, no Sierra Leone no go one see. Now, like when you get you, Papa, you didn't OCT, Papa. One neighbor just come out, a guy slap you, Papa. You don't get you the bikini, you don't get the capability for fed for you, Papa. How you feel? You don't ever feel fine.
But okay,
That is symbolism.
with all this challenge, we see.
No, they come. That is symbolism. You go one fed some, you go one fed that neighbor, but you don't get the muscle for actually do what you do to your Papa, and you go feel them. So all we needed to do, this na a situation where, not for put we aside. This is a situation where they bring every Sierra Leonean on board for identify ourselves as a nation. This is not about General Idara. This is not about General SS Masakoy. This is not about General I call her retired brigadier Kelly Conte. This is about you and I. Now we, you understand? Now we they feel the affront from the Guineans. Now these guys are there. I was at the Radisson Blu Hotel at the close of the 44th ordinary session of the Committee of Chief of Defense Staff. Usai General Idara Bangura formally has been inducted for being the chairman of the Committee of Chief of Defense Staff na ECOWAS. You understand?
We're not getting helicopter, sir.
You understand? No, it's not about it. No. Accept what you get. Even the Guineans, the Guinean head of Chief of Defense Staff was absent on that meeting yesterday. The 3 days. He was clearly absent.
So it means
You know me day. Whether this was a pre-planned or premeditated for disturb what they go on and
boy, a guy can't receive award.
he can't receive award. And this happened after, 1 week after the whole thing. You understand? Whether it was inadvertently meant for disturb the ongoing process, but the bottom line here is all we can resort to a kind of diplomatic overture. And I was there when the Chief of General Staff left. That meant to be the talk where he left General Gauja. We left when they gave me a call from Foreign Affairs. In Timothy, they left. They're going to Guinea.
That's about leading to. We see the Foreign Affairs Minister.
Yes, General Gauja.
But it looked like more for romantic meeting where you be there with.
Well, we don't know what's at the background. What you see saw yesterday, or what you also saw yesterday, now just the entry point. They were not in Guinea, deep in Guinea. Now just the entry points at the border outside they meet. Where they lead them now into outside they go. We cannot tell until now we all rely on and restrain yourself from commenting so much and rely on the information when they come from the government. You understand? When the information comes from the government, I'm sure they're not going to be greedy enough for telling you the reality. Many people they say this thing is beyond just ordinary border dispute. Why these guys were taken right into Guinea? Why all of these things? You understand? I saw a post where Mike say there was never a threat or tension between Guinea and Sierra Leone. I'm afraid. In life, my prayer, you think quickly and talk slowly. Me and my young guiding principle, and think quickly and talk slowly. Don't try for. You know they put propaganda in some of them here.
Anyways, Mike not there. But Mike not there.
Always they try for say is let's allow the diplomatic engagement for go on. Be careful with people left for make them come back. It go delay, but they get nothing or get anything for do with them except they release them back and come between. But this thing is an eye opener. You understand? For tell we say we need for invest.
So in the actually say no, in the actually say no gonna win for go big no, for big no.
For invest more into diplomatic over.
Kamalo say no, President Bio don't reduce this country.
No, well, I own definition, and you ask him, he's here, like qualified.
No, I don't say just say President Bio.
So you expect me for me?
So no, not for.
Is it a question of concurring?
No, I don't necessarily concur. I ask a question. You believe in that?
No. What is it?
It's a President Bio in approach for handle younger and these other issues. No, land it don't reduce the constant respect particularly country Guinea.
Well, those are his words. I have nothing else.
Yeah, it's. I believe
Those
so
are
many
his
people,
words.
hold that view.
You believe in you love you or you against the view?
I believe say there are instances where war not to solve the problem.
No,
Why did they call?
I'm missing the point.
Why did they call for diplomatic talks between Russia and Ukraine? Now you get the Committee of Peace. Now they engage for see how they bring your warring faction together. So if in say
Yes, okay.
the leadership of President Bio,
now-
I'm coming, let me land.
You see,
If in say the leadership of President Bio
Right.
don't reduce this country,
I know they talk.
those are his
Let
words.
me-
They talk about
no,
your
no,
approach.
no,
Me,
Your
they say-
approach.
No,
Me, they say-
no, make I understand.
Me, I will
Wetin
sit
I
here
say?
and I sit there and tell you say, let's rely
No,
on
no,
diplomacy.
what I say?
At
What
times,
I say?
diplomacy
Get
can solve all of
this.
the problems.
So now rely on
Yeah,
diplomacy
sir.
because we get a weak military.
What I say?
System.
By UN estimation, no sir.
Now question there.
What
by
I
your
say?
estimation.
Abdurrahman.
No, no, ask
I
her
don't
there.
ever use the word weak military. Based on
Now,
the records
wetin
of
I
the
say?
All right, so let's bring you
We don't get
Kamalo.
weak military.
First of all,
Not get a weak military.
We don't get no weak military.
All right,
Okay,
okay.
first
For
of
restraint itself don't mean say you weak.
now just
There are
clear this one.
instances where they face molestation at street. As a journalist, you get the right for fight, but you don't fight. If they think otherwise, you know they act. So
Remember-
equally for a country.
Okay.
You remember I say me image.
Good.
Now,
You get
All
an
right,
image for
so
protection.
Okay,
la
now-
Kamalo, yes.
First of all, before I dey comment on the things that we don't say, let me make something very clear. I don't say it don't reduce the country. I say when it comes to handling border security or the issue between Guinea and Sierra Leone, President Bio don't handle and the worst. Reasons
Yes,
been,
I'm quote you wrongly,
Yes,
so sorry.
reasons been, we don't get former President Jan Kaba. Tell he come on power, Yenga was quiet because the diplomacy, he work. You still see results. There was no issues like this. Then I make mention of that day. We don't get any issues like this, like what's in the happen now, like this kind of unbridled aggression where they happen right now. You know, for me, I think one of the major we shall miss will begin miss this point, or we say the president begin miss am. Here is a junta leader. Here is a leader who overthrew a democratically elected president, and the entire regional bodies excommunicated Guinea. Nobody no congratulate him, or nobody no host him. The first person for host him, na President Bio. Someone where every other person say you are illegal. You did not come to power legally. Now you are the first person we host, and it come now with such military presence, with some military regalia where it be so scary. You don't do that. You don't feel like, for example, President Bio de Komoya, you get, let's say, military so equipped to a point, we get fighter jet, we get all kind of ammunition. You take all of those things, for like you want to go greet Liberia, for instance. You take all of those things, you go there inside Liberia. Liberia will not allow that. Or you go to Guinea. You don't know they allow that. But we allow that it count all of those things right now State House.
State House, yeah.
So that was the first point who said the president miss am. Someone where they don't recognize. Everybody they distance himself from him. They sanction Guinea for that matter. Now you are the first person for hoster. You not tap though. Now you are the first person for go congratulate him. Imagine a military leader, you go congratulate her. So this tells you, he no handle. I tell you, he no handle.
I be there, I be the State House. That guy come, take full control of State
With
House.
securities apparatus.
With security all and put them behind. MOD. Now they didn't put the armor tank front MOD. I was there as a journalist.
Listen, you were there as a journalist. This is what you.
No,
Now I be the only person
I
who
think
drive.
talk.
Now I be the only person
No,
who
you don't
drive
have
me
to come.
to
Now me turn
No, he's
first.
talking-
because we must come be packed. I be packed.
No, now
I
me
be
you
packed.
after me. Now me back.
State House by the entrance we go inside the building.
Alex,
Now me I the only I pack. I go pack down.
Alex,
Now me I the only person who drive because the person have the drive with that thing there, but they talk so. Now me I the only person who drive go there. Now when they don't take over the whole State House, one of them commander call them, and the statement where they make go make on there. So tell you see the guy and get agenda.
Alex. I did bet una or two for sale now or two they talk as an outsider. You guys don't know. You don't know what prevails.
No,
Ali, calm.
Abdurrahman,
No, Ali,
no,
calm.
calm.
Allow
No,
me.
I am not talking about what prevails in the
No, Ali,
military
calm. No,
or what
it's not-
prevails in the
not on the
security
military.
sector. I am talking
The
about
issue-
what thing don't happen.
The issue of
For
the issue
everyone
of
to
these guys
see.
coming here. Guinea, Iraq, they just come without a prior notification.
Definitely.
They must have agreed.
Now, President, yes, we agree on
Definitely.
it.
Nobody knows
But
what
for allow somebody
what
can
I say.
Gaddafi
No,
can
you are
this
missing the
country.
point.
You don't even know why President be allowed for make it do so.
No, you are missing
So
the
why don't
point.
they allow
No,
Gaddafi?
calm, Abdurrahman.
Will be powerful then.
Abdurrahman,
For
you don't
come
miss
so
the
powerful
point.
like how this guy come.
Calm.
Who's at this point they're missing?
No, you are missing the point. You are looking at the architecture of the security. I am not looking at that. Me na from a layman perspective, from watching that mami na Kuto Road, or that mami na Dove Court, they think now they talk. Now, here is a situation. You have a military leader in Sierra Leone, a democratically elected military leader in Sierra
Well,
Leone.
the imagination not can normally be right.
I am not saying I'm right. Please let me
Imagination
allow me,
about how
please.
things unfold not can be
Listen,
right.
Allow me let done. Allow me let done.
can be
please.
right.
No, allow me let me done. You had your own time. You spoke for a long time. Now, you have a military leader where, in fact, for me, out of every other term, we believe say this term, this in President Bay in term, if we don't done with this issue of Yenga, all of this Yenga, all of this way that happens now, it boils down. It started from Yenga because the man don't way, or the Guineans don't way. The Sierra Leone government say we can do anything and go scot free. We know they get no consequences. Now you make mention of the Russia-Ukraine war where you have mediators coming. So many mediators don't come in, international mediators. Now, when you say you rely on diplomacy, okay, rely on diplomacy, but let the diplomacy yield results. That is what all we are asking for. Me not say let's Sojaman go for, or I not say the one the way we don't go arrest and then be supposed for fetch. No, I am not saying that. But for 8 years, you don't do diplomacy. 8 years you don't do diplomacy, no results. So what is the essence of diplomacy? If you know able for address the situation, this diplomacy what they talk, I believe for me, in your opinion, I be hired. Now backyard then they do am. If actually you rely on diplomacy for resolve this younger issue, you have so many other means. We're not to one no more. You have the courts. You have regional courts. You have international courts where can come in. If you think say all the maybe the negotiations no one for yield dividend, you have other actions, diplomatic actions to take. It's not only about fighting war. But for 8 years, every day we are seeing the same situation. In fact, the situation will become worse. So what you want for let me come the talk about security architecture? It is not my concern. First of all, we no one know. We the ordinary citizens no one know how the security sector operates.
Alex.
As far as as far as Sierra Leoneans are concerned, they voted in a government, and that government has a responsibility, and the responsibility of that government is welfare and security. So if you fail in any of those things, you are not fit to be a government. This is what we are saying. I mean, not they talk about all the terms them of the military or commander. That is not what we are saying. And they talk for the ordinary man out there where you don't care. Now for that, you know say grab now money you go find in
go lay down back yourself.
You go lay down back Safu.
Equally good.
So this is I think
Equally
this is
good
my own
when
point.
you get another person where they educate the lay public.
No, you are educating the public.
May
But
the
I am
public-
saying,
you
I am
understand?
saying,
May not infest the lay public with misunderstanding.
what is misunderstanding? What is misunderstanding by what
You
I say?
understand?
All these situations don't happen.
You know they talk like an insider. You don't know what prevails.
No, who that talk
Alex,
like an
let me tell you something.
insider?
I give 4 reasons why diplomacy didn't work.
Has it worked in this in our situation?
Diplomacy
Has
dey
it
prevent-
worked? This is the
Diplomacy dey
question.
prevent.
How long?
They prevent escalation. Diplomacy they find a common ground for settle any dispute. Alex, diplomacy they build trust. Mark you, Guinea is just a pseudo of a democratic governance. we are purely a democratic governance system. Ever since the history of Guinea, they don't get the militaristic tendencies over time. The entire Guinea, the governance as architecture, the military setup. We respect democratic tendencies. You understand? Why make diplomacy work? It save lives. You know, it prevent you from going into unnecessary war.
It save resources, Adam.
You understand? It save resources.
Adam.
Alex,
Well, it has to yield results. That is all we are saying.
if we are patriotic enough, all we wanted to see for this country, now for law we get military superiority will exceed even America or UK or Germany. Go to history. All of us seated there are history students. 1945. The Germans, they almost overcome the entire world. Now even Adolf Hitler, they died. He talks that Germany was not defeated. Germany was betrayed. Because the entire world came over. You cannot fight a dozen. The Axis power, they come and fall against them heavily. At the end, they succumb. Go to 1919 Versailles Treaty, the reparation clauses. Germany still a suffer. You understand? So back home, now I come, I acknowledge facts. I reference the chief of staff that the younger issue is a troubling reality. But you feel say that go able to take we follow, we just go fight. No, we cannot fight.
But no one is calling for a fight.
And as a government, Madam Bioe, they talk so repeatedly, he owed the nation, the people of his country, a duty of care. We all life with existence they in hand.
When you take out of office,
many people don't know anything.
Alex,
what
allow
is
me
happen?
this.
Why make either and not give command? Either
No,
is not a command.
either I can't give command. But I don't
Either
make that
commander.
clear. I don't make that clear.
You
Now,
understand?
in this case, the president.
The president and in the route a mandate from parliament. Now parliament they give the okay for some
Calm.
don't declare war.
But you are not. We are not. Nobody's calling for
You
war.
understand?
No, we're not calling for war.
Abdulrahman, you are missing the point
The point
entirely.
here is
Nobody's
what
calling
needed
for
to
war.
be done. Now subtle way. That's just diplomacy.
Diplomacy that does not yield any dividend. What I'm saying, I don't say this on that. Okay, you had so many
Gaza
ways.
crisis. How many years I don't think in
I'm coming.
on diplomatic front?
Now. That we need to
All right,
let's
let's
talk
round
of
up
that.
with this. What are the points for you there?
Now the point is, now nobody is saying Sierra Leone should go to war with Guinea. No, I don't give you a rundown of leaders. We get President Tijan. He was not a military leader. He was not an army, but he ensures
You believe, say,
In
the presidency
engagement.
for putting in grounds down. Where
No,
they
and the
talk.
camp. No, before the camp, now just let me point. The thing is, they were diplomatic enough. President Kaba was diplomatic. He engaged in counterparts. Then they saw reasons. There were no issues. Till Tijan Kaba left power.
You get any idea what works well for the two past presidents?
I'm coming.
No, I'm asking.
Wait.
You get any idea
Of what?
what works well for them? Both Tijan Kaba and Eskroma. On the younger issue, what you work well for them?
As far as we're concerned, as far as the public is knowledgeable about it, diplomacy. And so,
Now the same diplomacy.
the same diplomacy.
Political administration they tread on.
Now,
All
the
right,
same
let
diplomacy.
we quickly
The
discuss
same
politics.
diplomacy where President Biodun can follow in predecessors. No, they don't seem for the work. Now, I tell you, say, apart from the normal engagement, the normal bilateral engagement between the two
Abraham-
countries, you also have other means of
Abraham raised
diplomatic
some point what have been said.
escalation. Now, for example,
need for look into.
I'll give just an example. Say we have the courts, regional courts, or I call them the Manual River Union.
Well, all avenues
So
have been
all of those these are all diplomatic
We
means.
dey
You
take
don't
up
need
that
for
option there.
you don't need for go to war.
Out of arbitration
But you
or
don't okay, you don't negotiate. No result. I think it's time you begin to escalate the diplomatic avenues, the other avenues.
That
If
guy would
it's
end
a
up
Taiwan great
saying, "No governance better."
try another. This is what we are saying.
This Guinea president,
But for me,
better
now,
governance.
Adama, you say President Bio owe a duty of care to citizens.
Yes.
Of course, when they declare you president, What they swear oath for? So you swear for protect the country and the citizens. So protecting our borders is part of the oath.
Let we quickly look at another issue. Get for do the neck boss. Well, I should say that I approve now because before we come on here, they almost finalized for
Before you come
approval.
on here, I'm sure breaking news from the Ministry of Information and Civic Education that all security officers arrested by the Guinean authorities has been safely handed over to Sierra Leone. More details from Ministry of Information. They just don't break the news.
So you break up for we say.
No, yes, it's true.
So you don't break up for we now, and that's why journalists always switch for their around with journalists they give information.
Confirm according to the.
All right, so let me quickly go to this. Political newspaper opposition question Edmond Alpha's credibility. Exclusive, they say, over appointment of ECL boss. APC says no. Issue 48 hours ultimatum. APC boycott ECSL chairman's interview session. This is the quote Concord Times newspaper. Abraman.
Alex, as we speak, now I don't see another breaking news. Parliament don't approve them.
Yeah, before we come, we know.
Parliament don't approve them.
So we look at the practice.
You know what? While you know what, let's say something. When you leave a precedent, one day when the president will follow you. I don't tell you the last time, and I make them very clear again. Alex, take my words to the bank. President Bio is sabi who done the president in 2028. And they need to stop. I don't say this, and I will continue to say this. President Julius Maada Bio, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Commander-in-Chief of the Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, he knows who the president of this country will be in 2028. Approve, no approve, he knows. Let's carry on.
So, but again, the concern with many people they get, Abraman. So if he knows, why would they go vote? If he knows, why would they get election? If he knows, why he get?
No, we are not.
Why would they get?
It's a fulfillment of our democracy. This has been a common practice that we only go exercise with franchise. You understand? But all I could say, me no the comments, they don't approve them. Parliament don't approve them. In the absence of APC parliamentarians, they don't approve them. Right? All I could say, and I will repeat, and I say this 1 million times, that President Bio no Udana the president 2028.
Kamalo. the saga call surrounding the ECSL boss.
Well, I think I always want to say this. The politicians have never been sincere to Sierra Leoneans. No politician is sincere. All the crop of politicians we don't come, the sincerity na no day, na absent from them. You know, every one of them always they focus on their own personal interest. It is not about me and you. It is not about the people out there. Otherwise, we don't get reason for the threats, for them trivialities there are. We get more important issues for threats for. Not to, all of these fights where they talk opposition boycotts, ruling party will force this. All it's about political selfish interest. It has nothing to do with the people. How that layman now Congo market want for know what Edmond Alpha. They don't want to know. For me, I think you see, like Adraman they say, we just waste with time in all of this because you can't talk now. Maybe don't give me opinion on several occasions concerning this appointment or concerning the current review, constitutional review where they go on, when in fact they don't table in a parliament. I don't give me your own opinion on it. So I just see say this is all a waste of time. Like myself go by to what Abraman say. If you live by precedent, it will haunt you. And me, I want to add again, say nobody stays in power forever. Nobody stays in power forever. So the SLPP where they make sure, like say they have the wall on their feet. One day, then self will cry foul So I make I say, everybody, as long as you know they serve the people in interest, as long as you know they serve the people in interest, karma will surely cut up with them. But all of this, what they talk, it's a matter of now waste with time. Whether we talk say it was right or not, the man has been approved. With or without the opposition, he has been approved. And there is no way we're not trying for conducting the elections. Despite the fact say the positions of the opposition is valid, and also the position of the ruling party is also valid because the appointment follows it followed the constitution.
All right.
And the opposition also then get say all right for oppose because this man was part of the 2020 the people that conducted the 2023 election where so many people
question.
Yeah, so many people question. So many international organizations question. So the APC themselves get their own rights. They have a valid position for say, no, okay, now that we have a constitutional review in front of parliament, because we don't do on this review for almost 2 decades, but this is the closest it has come now. There is a bill already in parliament for review the constitution, for amend some of these things. So why, for me, in my own opinion, why the government not for wait one term? No matter how you take the elections, we are not going. There may hold election this next month or this year. Elections now 2028. So what's not the rush? People not understand. So that is why I say.
The political game.
Now I make I say. Nobody of these politicians care for the ordinary man. They only care about themselves. It is only for how them for whether they in power, them for continue for their power, or whether not in power, now how for kind of power. That is all their concern. They don't care about how the people feel or what the people they go through.
When I also talk about president, I like to talk to what should happen, and I think it's Friday. We don't continue for this when they talk to not get something for put food on our table. It's weekend, and weekend you get for go about your business, take care of family, prepare for the other week coming.
Yeah, I got so many avenues we will explore for.
You are accusing man now, so you get way for explore for the money come out.
Yeah, you get avenues.
Oh well, then with that to end I have for this afternoon, I want to say plenty thank you to Abraham Kama, station manager, Star Television. He has always been a member of this discussion team. And to you, Ibrahim Alusain Kamalo, he has also been a strong member of our team, and we'll continue for the discuss issues of national development. We not tire. Although they say, no, we not tire. We still talk.
But
let us say we'll get to on time. My name don't be Alex Lawrence Kowoma. It's in a Friday, first month Friday. But if you know the fast, spend a quiet so you could just sit down, relax and get fun. We'll meet up possibly. We'll meet up at the corner and discuss. Not allow the pressure, the country, pressure for pressure you. Because if you pressure you, then will pressure you, make you say go down. Then don't you go pressure you. Until then, get yourself a blessed weekend.
We look for the news with the around. Log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Staffs them everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Voices come. Credibility, now we ability news. Give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, God picking, there's a get the power. You count on me, you count on me anyhow. Give you the news, give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. Human them, God begin the second power. You call on me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we ride, like an eagle we fly. Liberty TV day before. Climb the mountain just to get the news. Go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, my sister. Hi yeah. The news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking the security power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking the security power. He count on me, count on me anyhow. We speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism.